Skateboard supplies can be bought almost anywhere. Well, maybe, more or less the supermarket stores or toy stores. But any and every skate shop definitely sells skateboarding supplies. You can buy them at places like Targets. You can buy them at censored.com. You can buy, skate stuff at usually even surf shops. This is going to be a guide to show you what you want to buy in order to skate. First, skating. Do you want to use a skateboard? You want to use a fish board? You want to use a penny board? Or do you want to use a longboard? Your personal style of skateboarding may make you decide, hey, I want this board, hey, I want that board. All basic starters of someone who's never tried skateboarding before, or someone who's tried but never really done it, should start with this. It's basic, it's simple, it's small, it's not heavy, and it's a little bit less confusing. If you like to do tricks, this would be the one to do it on. I'm not saying you can't do tricks on a penny board, a longboard, or a fish board. I'm just saying if you wanted to do tricks, you can do tricks on either side just the same. It's better for board sliding because it's actually made for it. It's coded for it. This is supposed to board slide. That won't. That probably can, but it still ain't made for it. And that might be made for it. They used to do that on. This is the original skateboard. Fish boards were the original skateboards. Okay, so we're going to start with the first thing you need to look at if you're going to buy a skateboard in pieces. These are completes. This is a complete skateboard. I bought it from Element, so the wheels are Element, the board's Element, the trucks and bases are Element. This is a complete skateboard. So it's got the trucks and all. Everything's pretty, it matches. This one came from a toy store. You can tell. This one came from cs.com, a skate shop. Look. Huh. Bet you can bet this came from Walmart. It's called a Soul Skate. But it's pretty good for their quality. And I put my own bearings in it. I put new bearings in there because their quality bearings weren't good enough. Works really good now. Penny board, also from ccs.com. It was complete. Longboards are usually bought complete. But what you need to do to get started buying a board, first you have to look at, of course, boards, decks, all of them. Whichever one you want, whatever size you want. There's mini boards, there's longer boards, there's surfboard shaped boards, there's thinner boards, there's thicker boards, there's boards that's colored, there's boards that's not. There's boards with more kick, there's boards with less kick. What do you want on your board? To buy a board, you need to buy one based on the width and length that you need. If you were going to skate in the street, you might want a board like this one here. I can't pull it out, but this is a wider board. No, I'm sorry. If you're going to skate in the street, you need a thinner board. Like this one. It's thinner in the width-wise. And then it's shorter, so it's easier to flip. If you are going to ride in half pipes, you may want something that's wider and longer. Kind of more of a snowboard kind of thing. It's wider, it's fatter. It's got more room for your feet because you're going to be doing grinds and you're going to be sliding around on the rails. What am I saying? That sounds really weird. You're going to be riding the half pipes. You got to have more room for your feet to move. Not quite as much flipping. If you flip a bigger board, it's harder to flip. If you just want to ride, you can get you a fish board. Or this one right here is actually a cruiser. That's a fish board. You can get you that one too. Either one is fine. This is a mini board. It's actually about 6 inches shorter than a normal board and about 3 inches not as wide. So yeah, thinner. And as you can see, the grip tape has been designed on it. I took some of the grip tape off that I put on. Everything comes down to personal preference. If you can skate one of those boards for a long time, you can get used to riding a different board. Don't worry about if the first board you get isn't quite as good as you thought it was. You'll naturally adjust over time. And eventually, having learned to do so, you'll be able to skate just about anything. Now, let's say you've bought your board. Next, you gotta have spacers if you want them. You know, people call them pads. They come like this, and some come angled, and some don't have angles. The ones that are angled, only touch them if you're looking to buy a longboard. They might mess up your skateboard because they're going to put your trucks at an angle, which is going to throw you off if you're trying to ride anything and expecting it to be flat. This is a flat one. This is something more or less what you need. Be careful though. They might not have all the truck holes in the right areas. So it's best to go ahead and buy them in the same brand as the tools that you're buying. So you might want to buy those in a skate shop. Now, if you bought the spacers, or if you didn't, because most of us don't like spacers, do we? You're going to want trucks. Tons and tons of trucks. No, just 2. You only need 2. But for each board I have, I've got some trucks here. Now, when you want trucks, here's something to consider. Do you want a higher truck with all that height in between the truck and the base? It makes your board sit higher up, gives you more turning ability. Do you want a lower truck? It's not as tall. It's actually a little bit more harder to see. It keeps your board at a low or profile. Less height on it. Do you want one that's brand name? You want one with the pro backing it up? Brock, I forget his name, but he is a professional. Do you want someone like him backing it up so you know it's a good quality? Or do you just want a cheaper brand? Let's say CCS is cheaper brand, but they make really good stuff. It's still being bought from a skate store. Or do you want to go to Walmart and get a pair of Walmart trucks by OP for an OP board? That it's plastic. These are plastic. The only thing in here that's actually metal is this kingpin. And there's one bar here and it stops right about there. And one bar here and it stops right about there. I tested it with a metal detector. It actually stops right here and the rest of it's plastic. It's completely hollow in there. These are the worst trucks ever. I keep them to show people the quality of Walmart stuff. These tools, other than those 2 right there, are high quality.